What's up, everybody? I want to say, for the record, that Hollywood's calling for the movie rights. They're saying, hey, baby, let's keep in touch. You know, I was never a big... They were alright, I guess. You know, the Counting Crows, whatever. I don't know, you gotta be from the 90s to understand that. I don't know. They were really popular. Just have all these friends. Whenever we were at, like, camp, when we wanted to close down the bar, we'd always play Mr. Jones. And we'd play, like, With or Without You by U2. That was a dope jam. I like U2, man. They're cool. They got skills. Yeah, man, so I was just thinking to myself, like my morning was awful, dude. I'm not even gonna screw with you. Yeah, my morning sucked. And I'm like, fucking so tired, man. And I'm like fucking really agitated and frustrated and shit. And I'm like, the fuck, man? Like, why are you so goddamn hard on yourself all the time? Like, why does everything have to be so fucking perfect? I was like, oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot all about, like, you know, having to be perfect and perfectionism and shit. Fuck. It's like I've been away from my normal life for such a long time. I forgot all, like, my discipline and shit. And, like, what, like, I really need to focus on. And the one thing I, like, really hammer down on is that I don't have to be a perfectionist. Because I think the one real fucking bad issue I have is, like, being way too hard on myself. And, like, wanting to be this perfectionist and shit. And, like, when that happens, I'm, like, way too hard on others and shit like that. Expect everybody to be perfect. You know? But it's, like, the perfect body, perfect mindset, all this other bullshit. I'm just fucking exhausted. Like, you know when you, like, get really sick of being yourself? Like, I'm there, man. I'm, like, getting really tired of being myself. And I think once you get sick of being yourself, that's when you want to start committing suicide. Ideally. Like, that's the, I don't know if ideally is the right word to use there. I just like saying ideally. Like in my book, like I wrote this word, like quite a bit, quite this, quite that. I forgot what chapter it was in, but I was just like, you know, I was talking about like being like an insane person, like a crazy person writing a book, and how it's like really cool, like, you know, I was like being like, yo, man, it's not every day you get to read a fucking book written by an insane person. And I'm like, but just for the record, I say quite a bit. And I guess I started riffing about like how much like I say quite. Yeah, man, it's like, yo, you should buy my book, man. And I'm like, I don't care about money. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's shit. I just want this ball to roll, man. Like, I'm just fucking getting tired of these, like, fucking, I don't know, man. It's like yesterday I woke up and I wasn't even gonna make these videos anymore because I just had like a couple of like awesome days in a row. I wasn't making these videos and I was just like, well, maybe I should just stop fucking making the videos, man. And then like somebody like commented on one of my videos, and he's just not someone. He's a cool motherfucker. Mad props to you, dude. And he was just like, you know, thanks for like, you know, doing this, and you know, I'm starting to open up too, and like it's like really great and all this other stuff. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like spreading awareness for something's really hard, you know, because like you're putting yourself out there and you want it to build and build and build and build, and you want it to be meaningful, and you want it to be meaningful for others, and you want to get like, you know, a message out. And you gotta be really patient, because like if you're not patient, like you just get frustrated with it and shit, and you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna stop doing it. And then like, you know, That's the state I was in yesterday morning. And then I got that, comment from, that person, and I was like, sweet, man. Yeah, then I'll keep doing them. I'll keep doing the videos. But the videos are just like, I just started doing the videos as a secondary thing. Like the primary thing is the book, because these videos, man, they're just ham up shit. They're just me turning on a camcorder and sometimes talking about like, what it's like to be mentally ill or borderline personality disorder or bipolar or any of that shit. But like, I'm never really depressed when I make the videos, and it's rare that I'm ever homicidal when I make the videos, and it's because I enjoy making the videos. I mean, the only reason why, I find the videos sometimes frustrating is because, like, I feel like nobody's watching them. I feel like they're not, like, really going anywhere. 5 views here, 10 views there, that kind of thing. But, I don't know, man. Are we really, like, spreading the word of, like, what it feels like to be us, And so that's why it's frustrating for me, because I want to have an impact, and I want other people to, have a better understanding about, like, what it's like to be us. Not just us, but, like, our loved ones, like, friends, family, even just random people that don't even know us, Because I think we're incredibly misunderstood. I think we're very much so judged in our society. And I just had this lady the other day, pissed me the fuck off, man. She really wanted to get to know me. She was asking me all these fucking questions. I was alright with it, it's like, fuck it, like Q&A. And then, she was like, well, so how do you make money? And I've already discussed that shit on, like, previous videos, about, like, people asking you about that shit. So, I just wanted to be open and vulnerable. But, you can't be vulnerable with everybody. You gotta really fucking watch out who, you speak up to or you talk to about, like, your feelings, what you're going through, all that stuff. Because they might not understand, or they might put you down, or they might start comparing you to them. And as average people, they don't know dick about, like, what it feels like to be fucking mentally ill or borderline or whatever the fuck. They have no fucking idea. And and I told her, like, I make money, because I'm, like, fucking seriously insane. And I've been in and out of mental institutions since I was, like, 9 years old. Started trying to kill other people and trying to kill myself. I didn't say that shit. You can't say that shit. But I did say I was, like, suicidal, from childhood. I didn't tell her I was fucking homicidal. You can't say that shit to people. I could say that shit on camera, but not to people in real life, you know what I mean? They'd fucking, ask you to leave their house or kick you out. So yeah, she was like, so how do you make money, and da 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 da. I was like, well, like, when I'm in the States, I can't really function because I'm, like, OCD and sleep, and I get all this shit, and I was like, so, like, I just, like, I'm on SSI, and, and so, like, I tell her my story, and this lady doesn't know anything about chemical imbalances, dopamine, kicking off at certain times, how people that are borderline or clinically depressed or bipolar have different brain chemistries than average people. And we can't, certain things about our emotional regularity doesn't work the way average people's emotional regularity works. Like the spacing isn't there when they do MRIs on like borderline people, probably even bipolar people. So then she starts comparing herself to myself. And she's like, we all go through tough times, and there's been several times in my life where I've like, pictured myself in like, like my own funeral, and like, we all go through rough patches, like, and I was like, you might have thought, I didn't say this, but I'm gonna say it now to you. I didn't say it to her. But like, she may have thought about her own funeral 2 or 3 times in her fucking life, and she's goddamn 40 years old. I've probably wanted to fucking kill myself 70% of my goddamn life. Like when the thought of dying is so beautiful, like just not doing this anymore because our lives are so fucking exhausting. Like right now, I'm fucking exhausting. I'm exhausted right now. Because just cooking food this morning was so goddamn frustrating. Like I felt that there was something wrong all morning. I felt like tense and nervous. I was shaking. I was worried about time. Like, oh my god, like what time? Oh my god, like I'm taking too long. I'm taking too long. I shouldn't be taking this long. It's fucking Saturday. Right now it's 8:52. I ain't got fucking anywhere to go. But life is so fucking hard. Not because it's hard. Because fucking it's the internal. It's the internal mind that just fucking makes it so goddamn hard. It's not like the external conditions of the world. It's the internal. It's like the shit that we say to ourselves, or it's the shit that like we feel. Like it's like the non-stop like frustration, or the non-stop like crying and depression. It's like we don't even fucking own it. Like we don't even know why it's happening. It's just happening because our fucking chemical imbalance and our dopamine's not firing off right. We have fucking no goddamn control. Thank God for fucking Marshall Linehan, man. I dedicate fucking, like, honestly, like, the fucking mentally ill community and the borderline personality disorder community should bow down to that fucking woman. And she was talking about, like, when she sits down with, like, borderline personality disorder, like, patients, and they start just throwing shit at her and, like, screaming at her for no reason. All she does is say, knock it off! And she's like, usually that stops them. She's such a fucking tyrant badass. And she's like, you look at this woman. She's like 5'2" and shit. Damn, man, she's cool as fuck. Marshall Linehan, man, fuck. If you don't know who she is, she invented dialectical behavior therapy. Fucking, she's legit shit. But nah, man, and like, and like this woman this weekend that was like trying to tell me like, oh, we all go through rough patches. I stopped her and I said, you don't understand. I'm like, all your problems that you have in your life, because she like talked about herself a lot. I'm like, and I knew her very well, and I knew why she was unhappy. I said, all of your problems in your life are because of fear and desire. Your choices have made your life difficult. You chose to get married. to the wrong person that's making her unhappy. You chose to have children. You chose to have a beautiful house with all this fancy shit in it. And because you need all that shit and you desire all that shit, it's causing you to suffer. Why? Because it's desire. And then there's the fear of losing all that shit. So you're in a constant state of fear, loss, and desire. You're living a fear-based life. You're not living a love-based life. I didn't say that shit to her, obviously. But people that aren't mentally ill or don't have personality disorders, they don't fucking understand that it's our suffering, for the most part, is internal. Their suffering, for like 90% of their suffering, comes from like straight up like not following Buddhist guidelines, desiring too much, wanting more and more and more, not accepting death, not accepting conditions, worrying about things that are out of their control. All this shit. I could ramble on about this for fucking months. However, I do have to give a shout out to the behavioralists for bringing up about how if you are mentally ill or if you have a personality disorder, a lot of the internal stuff can be fixed if you have enough order in your life and you fix the externals, like having a good routine, like a strict routine, eating healthy, sleeping well, getting enough sleep every night, exercising, taking walks every day, not drinking that much, not doing that many drugs, so there is a lot of the externals for us, or for anybody for that matter, that can cause us to be less depressed or less angry or less suicidal or homicidal. But I think what most average people don't understand is that their brain is in correctness. Our brain is in imbalance. It's not in a state of correctness. And some of these meds, like the stuff I'm on Depakote levels the brain out and allows the dopamine to kick off when it really is supposed to. So it tries to make me an average person. But if you don't like meds, if you're like one of those mentally ill people or personality disorder people that is like thinking that the meds are like cooked up by the government and like they're conspiracy theory and they're trying to control our brains and this kind of shit, I meet a lot of those mentally ill people that feel that way about meds. If you feel that way about meds, I don't know what to tell you, homeboy, but like, I guess that decision's up to you and your family. But working on the externals, the things around you, routine and all this other stuff, and what you eat and what sleep and fitness and all that stuff, that can help. But whatever, man. I'm rambling on now. But yeah, man. People tend to piss me off when they try to give me this lecture, like, you'll get over it, like, just get over it. We all go through rough patches. Be like, you don't fucking understand. I've been trying to slice fucking kids' throats when I was like 4. Like, I've been trying to kill myself since I was like, god damn it. Like, the first time I tried to kill myself, I think it was 8 years old. Like, shit like that, man. It's like, that shit ain't normal. Most kids are fucking happy-go-lucky playing on playgrounds. I was trying to kill kids on playgrounds. Whatever, man. Not trying to be significant. But, I don't know, man. Like, fuck it, man. Like, if you want your fucking parents or the people in your life to understand who the fuck you are, what the fuck you're going through, go on fucking Amazon and buy a fucking $3 ebook. My goddamn book. Written by fucking Joe Winterow. And that shit will explain everything to fucking people in your life that tell you to fucking just get over it. and people that don't understand what the fuck you're feeling or what you're going through. One of the main things I talk about in that book are people that say like, oh, just get over it. Like, I talk about that quite a bit. Because it's like, how many times, like, honestly, how many times have you heard that in your life? Way too many fucking times. Alright, yo, I gotta go. Peace, love, tomato sauce. It's fucking Saturday, motherfuckers. Don't drink too much. I don't know. Whatever the fuck you do. Later.